title stuff. Correct.
Round 4 of RMFantasySX. We are here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back if you watched us for the last race, and welcome if this is your first time watching. I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
We are the RMFantasySX here to do nothing else but bench race, talk some smack, have some fun, talk about Supercross, and try and make our top 5 picks and wildcard pick for tonight's racing. And also, we have someone new here with us today. If you hear this voice,
sup, dog?
That is Kobe Knight, one of the editors here at Rocky Mountain. He is helping us out.
Fastest dude at Rocky Mountain?
Kobe is ripping right now in the work series. Okay. Yes.
You guys are too sweet.
I mean,
you're too sweet.
I'm just being kind. I mean, no, Kobe is an absolute shredder. So before we get this show started, we talk about it all the time. You talk about those nights when you have your picks made and you've got the perfect night going.
Let's just say the late race Webb Roczen thing had repercussions in the fantasy world, and people were making noise during that.
Yeah. So we have a player. His name is Ben Morris, who lives right here in Utah. And his wife emailed him because last week, Ben had the top 5 right for pretty much 99% of the race.
And then she had to record the reaction going on.
Yes.
If everyone plays fantasy, this has to hit close to home.
Kobe, roll the tapes. Roll the tapes.
Two to go. 2, and this guy is riding right in his lap. Who is that guy? Oh. Oh. Get out of the way, dude! Get out! Oh my God! Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? That guy right there! Oh my gosh! I'm so pissed!
He's got him, Dad! He's got him!
Get it, dude!
That's awesome, dude. I love
So that was Ben. He had the top 5 right. And what happens? We saw all the controversy with Dean Wilson and Ken Roczen last time, and that screwed up his picks when Webb got around Roczen with like a lap to go, and of course Ben was just screaming his head off.
Well, we get the video. His wife said he was embarrassed. We're like, don't be embarrassed. That's that fantasy life. And everybody does that.
And those are the stories that we want to see from everyone out there playing. If you've had something like that happen, we want to hear about it. We want to see it because I'm sure everyone, look at that. Murphy Moto says that's relatable.
I was screaming, throwing things.
Getman was having a good there. JJ Maxwell's been there.
I like this guy.
Michael McCarthy.
I would have been so poised.
You lie. When Osborne freaking went down a couple races ago, I had him for second. He crashed out with a lap and a half to go, and I started yelling at Osborne.
Hey,
so
it's that fantasy life.
Oh, my gosh. It is that fantasy life. And if we can get him, we're going to try and get Ben to actually call in and give us his thoughts on that because it's too good. Oh, wait. Let's get him on the phone right now, actually.
I like Krista. Mine is always not safe for work.
Hello.
Ben, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Ben, we just watched your little episode that you had last Saturday.
Yeah.
Or was that? Yeah. How was that for you?
Oh, it was awesome. I did not know that I had that in me.
Well, look at this. So you had your top 5 picks. All right. You were going to make 5 out of the 6 picks correct. And then you had Wilson get in front of Roczen. But what cracks me up the most, Ben, is you're screaming, who is that guy? Clearly you're a fan of Supercross, but you're probably getting familiar with some of the riders.
Well,
but it's too good.
In the moment, you just focus on your dudes, too. I mean,
you realize you have the first couple riders in, and you look at the time gaps, and you're like, all right, okay. And then you just expect the rest of your picks are going to implode. And then you realize, wait, what?
Hey, I've got a chance.
I've got a chance. And then all of a sudden, I got real serious. It was like, okay, this is my moment.
Well, it was awesome, too, because your daughter was into it. Your daughter was sitting over there looking so nervous.
Yeah,
I was sensing anger.
I am so thankful for my children because if that would have just been me alone, that would be like really embarrassing.
Man, I must have watched it back 2 or 3 times. But look, Regan Regan Ev wants to know what your picks are for tonight. So after last week's episode, give us real quick, Ben. What do you got going on for tonight? What are you looking at?
All right, so we're going with Ken Roczen, number 1.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, we're going with Adam Cianciarulo.
Oh,
Like it.
Number 3, Eli Tomac.
Webb's not on your podium.
Webb is. I know.
It's a sore spot. Is this
You
personal?
better.
Webb is not on my phone. so number 4 is Cooper Webb.
Okay.
All right, and number 5, Zach Osborne. I feel like he's gonna rise to the occasion.
He's got to do it eventually.
Oh, yeah, he has to do it eventually. Who do you have for your wild card in 12th place tonight?
Okay, I have Benny Bloss upping his position from last week and 12th for wild card.
Okay.
I like that.
I like it.
I like it. Was it your first year playing fantasy, or is this new?
No, we've been doing it. So when Cooper Webb came out of his rookie season, when he came out of it, that's when I started.
Awesome.
Cool.
And those first 3 rounds, I picked Webb to go, and it's like, oh my gosh! For a moment, I found myself in 9th place, and it's been downhill ever since.
It's a long season. Just hang in there.
Don't worry. Well, hey, Ben, we're just so stoked to see that your wife recorded you. You didn't know what was happening, and I think everyone who watched that video can relate. We had some people saying they're flipping off their TV, screaming. One guy said
his girlfriend kicked him out.
Yeah, girlfriend wanted to kick him out of the house because he was being too loud. But
I think at one point I was trying to reach in the television.
I just loved how you pointed at that guy on the TV. Well,
Yeah.
Ben, man,
and just so you know, we love Dean Wilson. We love Dean Wilson.
Yeah, no hate towards him for sure.
right on. Well, hey, Ben, appreciate you calling in, man, and thank you for playing.
Yep.
And
Check in. Let us know how
the
you do
emotion
throughout
you
the
shared, all those feelings. We've all been there before, and you just happened to be caught on film.
Oh, I love it.
All right, man. Well, hey, good luck on your picks tonight, and hopefully we don't see a repeat of what we just saw.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we'll talk soon.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Oh, dude,
That's
love
good.
That. I mean, I got to say, too, I had Roczen in second. My wife had him in first, so it was like the awkward situation. She's so mad. I'm loving it, but what do you do?
Oh, man. Okay, just real quick, though. We've got to talk about it. If you guys are watching, comment below, too. Give us your take on Wilson, because obviously that was the big story last week. He ruined my pick.
The best way to settle it is what % of blame do you put on each rider?
I don't know.
Shall we take a look?
Let's take a look.
Let's run the tape.
Okay, so there's Wilson. Wilson thought that Ferrandis was behind him.
2 to go on the board.
And I watched the thing that Racer X did. He had 6 or 7 blue flags waving in front of him the whole time. Oh, don't show that again. So, I mean,
there it is right there.
I don't know, man, because Wilson's a good enough rider that Rocks is not going to be able to just go around him that easily. But, look at that. Jacob said he helped because he had Roczen in second. Shaker Scoop says no excuses. Fun guy in a bad spot. 100% Dino. Kind of a mix-up.
I'm not giving 100% Dino. I can't do it.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
he
know.
was behind him for a long time. You've already.
Yeah, and when you're Dean Wilson, even if you're in say 11th, 12th place, whatever, you may not be expecting to be lapped.
No,
when you're that level of a rider.
Right before that.
But even still, hey, if you're back there, you got to be paying attention to blue flags. And I think Dino could have at least peeked to see what was going on because Kenny was behind him for a while, and Kenny said he was screaming, he was yelling.
I'm giving Dino a benefit of the doubt, even though he's already apologized.
Yeah, I'm sure he feels bad, but could have been better. But let's talk about just some of the highlights that we saw last week. Christian, do you have any that really stood out to you?
I mean, what do we got queued up? The Fortner crash sucks.
Yeah, gosh, and it didn't even broken collarbone. It didn't even look that bad. That poor kid is just plagued by injuries. He reminds me of Adam Cianciarulo.
I'm a big Fortner fan, too. I'm tired of seeing this. It sucks.
What's kind of funny is half the field went down in the 250 heat race.
Yeah.
That was definitely one thing that I noticed. I mean,
this was an ugly start. I mean, just piling up.
You're guaranteed a spot if you didn't crash right there.
Dude, you have to play that Woodcock crash. That guy, no? Oh, if you saw it, that guy went airborne.
Oh, my gosh. Barsha just having his run with Alex Ray in the heat race. That was another one.
Yeah, nobody talked about that, did they?
Pile drived him. Oh, who knows, man. There was a lot of good.
Alpine Stars guy, though. Almost getting mowed down in the sand. Who caught this?
Do we have that on film?
We need that clip.
Kobe, do we have that clip? The Alpine Stars guy almost going down in the sand?
I don't think we do, but if you didn't see it, you missed out.
Whose man's is this? Running across the sand right.
I remember that.
Oh, my God. Dude, he was
It
close.
was one of the 450 heat races, and he almost got pile
Dude,
drived.
he almost got clipped.
Like, what was he doing?
I mean, someone get your man's. That was scary.
Oh, my gosh. Well, okay. My whoop speed is, oops,
Yeah.
I'm going to take you out.
He had a hard time coming to a stop after that.
Oh, my gosh, that was too good. Well, look, let's talk about points real quick because obviously last week you either benefited or you were like Ben, you were screaming at the television because of the whole drama with Wilson, but it still wasn't that good of an average for points.
It was the best one of the year, but
still, we've seen
35
better.
points pretty good.
It's not bad. That's one pick and a couple other picks, one place off or whatever.
What was it? 37% of players got at least one pick right. So that's a good week. If you're getting one pick right, you're doing good.
Yeah, still no perfect scores.
No.
It's
Only
still,
5 people got 5 picks.
Wow. What's the longest we've gone before a perfect score? Do you know,
we
Christian?
went 10 rounds at least.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think with this year's field, it's even harder to get that perfect round. Yep. 37% of players got one pick right. Man, only 2% or almost 3 had the wild card right.
That was what was weird to me. 2.7 had Plessinger there, and 27% had Stewart. I did, which missed him by 1.
Yeah. What's crazy, though, is that less than 5% had Webb to win. Everyone else had Tomac and Roczen like we did. And what does he do? He does what Webb does. He freaking just wears you out and then takes advantage.
Passes Roczen on the last lap.
That's all right.
I mean, how many times is this going to happen?
That is all right. Look at this. Beerley's got Roczen, Tomac, AC, Webb in 5th. Wilson's out, by the way.
Yeah,
if you guys don't know, Wilson is not going to be racing tonight. He tried to qualify.
Hurt his toe.
He broke his toe or something like that in a practice crash. So Wilson is out.
Don't look at it. It's pretty bad.
Faulkner's the new Mike Alessi. Ooh.
Here's the first
nasty
poll we should get into right here.
What is it? What do you got?
More people picked Osborne in their top 5 than Barsha last round. Barsha's won a race. Top 5, 2 of the 3. Osborne's finished like 10th, 9th.
It's because he's been going down.
Who's the safest pick tonight?
All right.
In your top 5?
Is that our poll? Who's a safer
I'd like
pick
to
tonight?
see what everybody thinks about
All right. Give us your votes. Kobe's going to throw it up on the screen. Who is the safer bet tonight for top 5? Osborne or Barsha? Osborne is due. Osborne could have had a podium easily by now, but that was the race he went down. Mm-hmm. So kind of curious to see what we're going on here. Here's some fun facts, though, for you guys that are watching. Nick W. says K-Rock needs to go now and hold the red plate. That is true. He does.
That's the game plan.
But look at this. 5 riders have led laps so far. What's crazy is Barsha's led the most laps.
Yeah.
28.
And Osborne's getting picked in the top 5 more than him.
Roczen and Tomac both have 23 laps led. And then Sexton led 6 before he went down. Webb has only led 3 laps so far in the season.
Scary thing to me is he's led 3 laps and he's 1 point behind the red plate.
It's tight right now. If you'd have told me that at the start of the year, that 4 races in, Webb would only lead 3 laps, but only be a point down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's got to scare everybody.
And the top 8 riders are only separated by 10 points right now.
I love that.
I love it.
I want to keep that thing as close as possible.
Look at that. Our votes are coming in right now for the poll. We've got some What do you think, Christian?
I'm going Barsha. I learned the hard way last round. I've picked Osborne the first 3 rounds because he qualifies good. We know he can do it. But he's just having incident after incident. Barsha's been steady, really, other than the 12th place finish in round 2. He's been pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm going Barsha.
I would agree. Osborne's just been having weird things happen. But you know what? Osborne could be a guy that could easily get a great start and win a race.
If he doesn't go down, he's going to be up there.
The speed's been there. He qualified today, I believe, in the top 3.
Yeah, he's up
there. So his speed is there. He's just had weird incidents. And Marvin Muscan, that's another poll that we're going to have coming up later of, who's going to be the next guy to win that hasn't won this season. Yeah. Can you believe that Kenny hasn't won yet, even though he's led a ton of laps? Blows my mind. Gosh, man.
I mean,
Webb
if anyone else was behind him there, I think he would have won.
Cody Winter says, Tomac's getting the win tonight. Tomac qualified your fastest. Christian and I said a few weeks ago, if he qualifies the fastest, you got to put him to win. And last week, he got a subpar start, rolled around, got 5th place.
Yeah, that hurt.
His Achilles heel, man, is starts.
That one hurt bad. I'm just going to say it right now, though. That's why I love Webb. He's so ruthless. I think if anyone else was behind Roczen in that situation, they don't do that. Well, they don't cut across the entire track to block him. And
Mookie, not Barsha. think it's a safer bet for the top 5. Interesting. Well, you know what's kind of weird is Adam Cianciarulo did an interview talking about the races last week, and he said it was interesting to watch Webb and Roczen, and he said how they're so different in their racecraft. He said that Roczen's so good the first half of the race, and then Webb starts out a little bit slower because AC thought he was going to get Webb. Yeah. And then as the race progressed, he couldn't catch him, and then Webb started to catch Roczen, and he was just stalking him.
Yeah, and when it opens up, he's there. He's going to be just ruthless. He don't care who he pisses off, what he does. He's going to go for that win, and that's why I like the guy.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, Lance E., you asked, where do you vote? So when you see those polls, you just put exclamation point or vote, and then the number of the rider that you want to pick.
Boom. Asa Martinez, and now Webb's getting his bike dialed. Everyone's got to be worried.
It's true.
At this point.
If you're Tomac or Roczen right now, Webb's got the confidence. He, to me, would be the number one guy that you want to be worried about.
For sure.
Oh, gosh. So who's winning it right now? Looks like Barsha. People still have the faith that Barsha's the guy to win.
I've switched
or at least
from
make the
Osborne
top
to
5.
Barsha this week. I mean, it's tough. There's only 5 spots. You got to kick someone out.
That's true. No matter who you put in there, there's always going to be somebody else you can't. You're going to be like, oh, crap, I didn't put that person in there.
That's why don't sit there and look at it. Put your picks in, walk away. Walk away.
Josh Prowse.
Mess with them all night.
Webb had no sympathy for K-Rock at the end of the race. It's true, he doesn't.
I don't blame him.
Oh,
That's why I like Rebby. I just call him ruthless.
Well,
I love the dude.
Oh, man. Looks like we can say Barsha's the winner of this poll right now. Let's talk about the track, though. Track trends tonight.
They've changed it a bunch.
Was there anything you saw? They did change up the track from what we're looking at right now. There's only one whoop section, which comes from that left-hander.
Yep.
So left-hand 90, they go into those whoops. The start straight's going to be a little bit different, but watching that track tonight is going to get really rough and ruddy.
Yeah.
Ruddier than what we saw in the 3 opening rounds.
Every rider on the talking after qualifying was mentioning how rough it was getting. So it's going to be ugly.
What really breaks my heart is we don't see a sand section.
Yeah, I'm sure the riders aren't too mad, though.
But it's really cold outside. Luckily, they're in an indoor stadium because it's in the 30s outside. But I don't know. Lap times are all really close again. They're all, the top 8 or 9 are all within a second. So it's going to be, I think, kind of a repeat of what we've been seeing where it's going to come down to a start.
47-second lap times in qualifying. As the night goes, you'd think that would slow down. It gets rougher.
That means they're doing like 25, 26 laps.
Yep. Lappers are going to be an issue.
Lappers are going to be an issue again, and it's going to come down to that start. I just don't know, again, if this is a track where a guy like Tomac can make a charge from 10th place and come up to get on the box.
It'd be harder. We know he can do it in any round, but it'd be harder this one, maybe.
Oh, man. Sean 625 says the whoops are brutal. I feel like they're going to be jumpers. Guys are coming in and going a little bit slower.
Already doing it.
Yeah, they were practicing those in qualifying. So probably going to be a jump line as you're going through those. All right, let's talk about injuries, though, real quick. We talked about it. Sexton is out. McElrath, is he back?
Where is this man?
I do not know. Broken collarbone is where he's at. And then we have Dean Wilson, who is also out.
Yep.
Broken toe.
No
Dino tonight, which is a bummer. And, man, did you see Max Volan?
Yeah, that was a bummer.
That was a bummer.
Looked pretty gnarly. Leg injury.
Oh, look at that. MX Band 51 put Mar for 3rd.
I'm liking that.
I swapped out Marv for my top 5 tonight after watching him qualify good because I feel like Marvin is a guy that is due to get on the box.
We can get into it.
He got on the box. He podiumed round 1, and we have stats. He is one of those guys that I feel like is going to be up there. So look at this.
Yeah, us stat guys, we're tearing this up. Moto Analyst on Instagram actually hit us up with some stats, too.
But
true. He does well in Indy. Say what you want. I mean, read it for yourself.
I don't know, but look, he's the 9th best starting average so far this year, and his average finish is 7.3.
But he had that rough last round that really makes it look worse than it is.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
But Marv's got to get a top 3, top 4 start. He is not going to come from 6th or 7th and come up to win a race or even get on the box, in my opinion, unless you get gifted some spots.
I mean, before last round, his starts were 3 and 7. So he'd been having good starts. Last round was just a nightmare. He got taken out in the heat. He got taken out in the main.
But here are the stats that I think make Marv a good pick for the top 5 tonight. His last 3 finishes in Indy are 1-1-2 after qualifying 2-2-1.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
Or excuse me, I've qualifying 2-1-1. And he was good in qualifying tonight again. He likes technical, ruddy tracks. So I'm saying put Marv in your top 5 tonight.
has led every lap over the last 2 Indy main events.
Yeah, that's my my bold prediction for tonight.
And he has got a whole shot this year, so he can pull one out at any time.
Put Marv in your top 5. All right. Let's talk about some other guys. This man who was champion or win was robbed from him last week, Ken Roczen. Who's got Kenny in their top spot again this week?
I wouldn't go with robbed.
You don't. Give me a break.
I wouldn't go with robbed.
Roczen was robbed. If Wilson's not in his way, Ken wins that race. There's
racing.
no question.
Get around the man. Webb would have found a way. Webb would have found a way around that guy.
No, he was robbed.
I'm not going with robbed.
Rodrigo's got Tomac, Ken Roczen, Osborne in 3rd, Marv. Ooh, Dylan Ferrandis in 5th.
Let us know in the chat. Where are you putting Roczen? Let's read his stats.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Finished exactly where he qualified in the last 2 rounds. Important to know. Where's he at tonight? 5th.
Ooh.
So.
You know what's crazy, though, is Ken's the only rider to be in the top 5 every round so far.
Yeah. I mean, he's solid. I have nothing against the man.
Yeah, averaging a 3rd place finish. He's 1.6 spots better than both Barsha and Webb. Mm-hmm. His starts have been good. Round 2 sucked, but 5:14.2, so he's there.
Yep.
Kenny's got to be in your top 5. I think for me, it was a really tough decision between Roczen and Webb tonight for the win, but I ended up going with Webb.
Oh, going for that back-to-back.
Yeah.
But look at Roczen in Indies, though. I mean, not the best results. 8th in 2019, 2nd in 2016, 21st in 2014. I know we're going way back. I know.
We are.
But it is that same dirt, so there might be something there.
Look at that. Bailey's got him in 1st. James Crawford's got him in 1st, 4th.
And we're looking at
RMX Benenhoff's got him in 1.
I mean, rough, maybe one-line track again. He does have the 2nd-best average start this season.
Sean Powell, there you are, Sean. We got K-Rock in 1st, Webb 2nd. I've got those 2 flip-flop, but I think those picks look good.
I got Roczen in 3rd as of right now.
K-Rock in 3rd. All right, what about Cooper Webb? Who's got Cooper Webb in their top spot tonight? I do.
You're hopping on that Webb wagon.
He's got that win. His starts are dialed. He's getting more comfortable with the bike. Webb always gets good starts where he always puts himself in a good position.
His qualifying and starts and finish has gotten better over the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think it was Asa Martinez said, he's dialing that bike in, and there's your proof.
He took 3rd there in 2019, exactly where he qualified. Didn't qualify that good tonight, but he took 7th the year before and qualified 7th. So, does that correlate to where he finishes tonight?
He did qualify 10th tonight, though, but he seems like one of those riders
he
qualifying
shows
doesn't
up for the
matter as
gate
much.
drop.
Yeah.
Webb for 4th. I'm not seeing a lot of people putting Webb on the box.
Right now.
Interesting. Sarah's got him on top. Thank you, Sarah.
I got him 4th.
Webb for 2nd. Red Racer's got him to win. All right. What do you do with a guy like Eli Tomac tonight, though?
I'm picking him to win.
Really?
Yeah.
Qualified fastest.
He's qualifying fastest. It's going to be a rough track.
Look, yeah, he's qualifying. He's gone 2.71, but his finishes are 13.15, so he's kind of all over the board. But his starts, though, started 8th in round 1, a 3rd in the 2nd round, which helped, and then he got 10th last week.
Yeah, I just think
you can't start 10th. Even if your name is Eli Tomac, you cannot start in 10th place and come up through this field. Those leaders, once those leaders get a 5-6 second gap, it's over in that case.
It depends.
And this track, I don't think, is going to allow that big charge to happen. James Crawford agrees with me.
I'm just sticking with it. He qualifies first. He was even talking about how he had to qualify first to get a good start because this first turn.
Yeah, got to get a good start because
important.
He needs everything he can get.
Yeah, and he's got to start making up points here. Okay, it's 3 rounds in. It's time.
He's
down.
What?
Get up
He's down what? 6 points.
Yeah.
So do you think
it's within range?
No, it's not going. Like we're only 3 rounds in. We got round 4. Tomac's 6 points back. This is probably one of the best places he's been in championship wise.
I'm just saying, push
ever.
it. Let's go.
I think he's okay, but he's not going to want to settle for another 5th or 6th place tonight.
No.
So I'd put him up there in your top 5, but for the win though, you just can't beat Webb and these guys that are getting better starts more consistently. The only reason he won the 2nd round was because Sexton and AC crashed out. I don't know if he makes – it's a hard argument to say that Tomac's going to win that race when you've got AC and Sexton both flying in front of him.
I have a feeling about Tomac tonight. The one thing that I will say does scare me is when he passed Barsha and then Barsha passed him right back last round. That scared me.
Okay.
You don't see someone pass him like that.
And so what do you think is going to change for Tomac this week?
I think he's going to get a good start. I really do. I think he's going to start somewhere around 5th.
See, that's the problem, though.
He's emphasizing starts here. And this rough track, he can just muscle that thing. It's not going to harm him.
You're banking on Tomac getting a good start. That's like, and I'm going to go find a unicorn in the woods tomorrow.
At this point, I have to do something. My points are not looking good. So
it's true.
He's qualifying first. I think he kind of had that look in his eye tonight. I'm going with Tomac to win.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, look, you got Tomac to win. Sounds good. Let's get one of our group influencers, Nicole Cheza,
the real SXperts out there,
who a lot of us know very well. She's been in Lucas Oil Motocross for a long time. She's one of our influencers. We want to get her on the phone, kind of hear her thoughts on tonight's racing because let's get her on the phone first before I call out the elephant in the room here. That's right, James. Unicorn in the woods.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Nicole. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we are really good. We're just sitting here talking a little smack because Christian is just thinks he's going to find a unicorn tonight, and Tomac's going to pull a good start.
Hey, he's
and
gonna do it.
I just can't bank on that. I can't put all my eggs in a Tomac start basket. I won't do it. What are you thinking, though?
Oh, gosh.
I was actually listening to you guys, and I have to say that I'm going for Ken Roczen tonight. Yeah. I don't know about Tomac. He is in my top. So actually really, really ironic. But I was listening to Ben's top picks. His top 4 are the exact same that I put for my top 4. So I think I'm going to leave them. Which is Ken Roczen, Cianciarulo, Tomac, Webb. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, Nicole, you need a good night because I was looking at your score so far this year, and I hate to be that guy, but
I've been having a horrible
year. You're struggling right now.
My picks have been bad, but I'm somehow ahead of Nicole.
To step this up a little bit.
What is going on?
Well, I like to focus on what's in front of me.
Okay.
So don't want to look back now. I think I always actually kind of start out this way. I mean, the first couple rounds, you never really know what's going on. I mean, look at Houston 1. No one knew who to pick. That was just kind of like, I don't know. But, yeah, I clearly need some help. So I'm reassured about my picks tonight. But usually I get better as we get deeper into racing. So,
okay. So you're like an Eli Tomac.
What was it?
You're like Tomac, where you need 4 or 5 rounds to just kind of get your feet wet and start charging through?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a very good analogy.
Right on. Well, Nicole, kind of tell the people what you got going on, because I know you've got your group on the RMFantasySX page. Tell us the name of your group. Yeah, you and Carrie Bowling. Carrie, we're waiting for you to come back to social media if you're watching, so get
they
back
were like
over
the
here.
First celebrities we found playing fantasy.
Yeah.
You guys are like the OGs of it all.
But Nicole's got a cool thing going on, and from what I understand, you're doing like a giveaway from within your group, so talk about that a little bit.
Yes, yeah. So, my group name is Nicole X Carrie 2021 SX. Carrie wanted to be part of it, even though she's not on social media, so we're like, okay, we'll keep the same name trend going, but she's doing great. So I had recently, my boyfriend and I launched an online fitness company called M1 Strong. So with COVID and everything happening and not many people having access to gyms, we wanted to provide a way for athletes and anyone competing in sports to still have a good structured training programs. So that's what we put together, and we actually just launched a motocross training program, and we have everything set up through an app that we're using. But it incorporates just really good structured program around like strength training, lots of mobility and prehab movements in there as well, cycling schedule, target heart rate zones, and then we have like optional meal planning and detailed riding schedule as well. So it's a really strong, fully built out schedule. And then we have a couple other programs as well. And so winner of the group, we're actually going to give away 3 months training to our sports performance gym training program.
That's cool.
So
Nice.
That's basically what's going on.
All right. I love it. Well, so give us your thoughts, Nicole, on tonight's racing. You've talked about it. You've got the same picks right now as Ben.
Pretty much.
Okay, we're gonna run a poll here. I guess you're thinking Ken Roczen is gonna be the next guy to win that hasn't won yet this season, because we're gonna do a poll on that here in a little bit. Other than that, though, what about the wild card? That's 12th place tonight.
That's huge.
That's the hardest pick to make.
Yep.
Who do you have right now for your wild card?
So, right now I have Aaron Plessinger, and I basically just, there's no strategy behind it.
Hey, at least you're admitting that, all right? There's no strategy behind it.
If that happens, dude, I'm done.
Jeez.
That may change too. I usually have an idea of who I want, and then last minute I'll switch it around. But I'm keeping my top 4. I'm pretty set in stone with that. But yeah, as far as Ken Roczen goes, I think with what happened last race, I think that he's just so set on like winning. Like, I'm not letting anything get in my way this time. So I think, and he's been very consistent. I believe that he's on a very structured program. So I'm very confident that unless, something crazy happens, that he'll be up there in the number 1 spot. And then, yeah, I think Tomac is about due to being up there too. Adam Cincerulo, I mean, he's been doing pretty good. I know he's standing in 5 for points, I believe. So
yeah,
I think that he'll get up there as well.
Pretty quietly too.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that's your thoughts. I don't know about the Plessinger in 12th place. I feel like Plessinger's got to have a horrendous night to get 12th, especially with Dino out.
I mean, he's getting average start of 10, Plessinger, so
True.
anything's possible.
So I don't mean to put doubts in your head, but Nicole, it looks like you need to take some chances.
All right, I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe you're at that point where you got to take some chances on your picks.
All right,
I know is they're beating her up.
Who are you going to put in 12th then?
We were talking Savacci's a good pick for 12th.
Yeah, without even talking to each other, we both had
Savacci in there. Savacci would be good. Dean Wilson, since he's out. Brock Tickle, he's finished 13th and 17th this year. He might be a good one. I just feel like Plessingers are better than a 12th place guy on a good night. And it's a ruddy track, and he likes that.
With Wilson out, too, it's going to move those guys up a spot. Those guys are maybe a little bit farther back there. So,
but if Plessinger gets the wild card and you change your mind because of us...
If she gets it.
No, I didn't say it.
All I know is we both need to get points because they are beating us up in this chat because I have basically the same score.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
not looking good.
Really?
Yeah, Christian's
and I are the same?
Yeah, pretty dang close. All right.
What do you do?
But we'll get there. Well, what's that?
I said, yeah, I see some people saying Savacci in there as well, so maybe I'll switch to that. We'll all be in this together.
All right.
Go down with the ship.
Yeah. Well, Nicole, thank you for calling in. It's always good to hear from you. Thank you for giving us your picks. Yep. We wish you the best.
Make sure everyone joins.
Give that wild card some thought. And, yes, everyone make sure go join Nicole's group, her and Carrie.
Just type Nicole in the group search. It'll pull up.
Yep. And then hopefully it'll be a different story next week when we see her picks to see that she had a good night.
Bring in a weekly.
Yeah, it will. And thank you guys. I appreciate you having me on the show.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
She needs a good night. She can do it.
We all do.
Nicole was crushing it. A few years ago, she was just slaughtering everybody. Her and Carrie were just going to town.
Is she the one that got the perfect score in the last round?
That was Carrie. Carrie got a perfect score in Vegas.
It seems like they kind of alternate. One does good one year, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, look, Kobe, let's get our next poll rocking and rolling. Let's get our next poll for who's going to be the next non-winner to win this year. We've got some riders up here.
It's up and running.
Is it up and running right now?
Roczen's the obvious pick.
You got Kenny, AC, Osborne, and Marvin Muscan.
I'm going.
Who would
AC.
you think though? You going AC?
I just like his starts.
Well, you and like the other 2% think AC because everyone looks like it's voting for Roczen right now. Lance, you've changed your picks 3 times. Don't worry, you're not alone in that category. Everyone does that. I do it all the time.
Who is ahead between us? Chase is ahead, but it's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
I missed the wild card spot by 1 pick, and what do? You can't get mad about that.
Hey, you'll like this one. Let's circle back to that here in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. Bring back some bets again from,
gosh,
the first couple years.
Look at that. Sean Powell did get a perfect score once. What's the most picks you've ever gotten right? I've gotten
5 right before.
5 right. All right. Well, look, let's talk about some spoilers this week. Justin Brayton's done it. Dylan Ferrandis. Dylan Ferrandis. Let's talk about this guy real quick because I've been seeing him in some picks. His 2021 numbers are kind of all over. Qualifying, he's gone 7-6-14. His starts, which I talked about this. If you're thinking about putting Ferrandis in your top 5, because yes, he got that podium, but look at the man's starts.
That does it all for
12, 10, 14 this year. His finishes are 7-2-12.
Yeah, it's harder than ever to pass guys. If you're starting 12, 10, 14,
you're not doing it.
It's going to be tough. You're going to need help, and it's still going to be tough.
Yeah, like when Marv, AC, and Sexton all go down. That's the kind of help you're going to need.
Exactly.
But look, he's taken 9th in 2 of the 3 heats this season. That's not going to give you a gate pick.
I mean, a lot of people
to make it onto the box in the top 5.
That shocked me. You wouldn't think that, but
you know what's crazy though? With that second place, he's only 10 points behind the red plate.
I know.
Holy.
He's qualifying 9th tonight too, so I don't know. Risky pick for me.
All right.
If he's your guy, good on you, but he's too risky for me.
Kobe, how's that poll looking right now? Is K-Rock still just dominating? But look.
AC's bringing it back.
No, he's not. He's not going to.
Back.
Well, let's talk about Justin Brayton. Here's our poll. Look at that. Roczen destroying everybody. Makes me want to put him in first tonight, not Webb. Oh, gosh, that could switch. That might change. Zach Osborne, his numbers have not looked that good, but still a lot more people, or more people still have more faith in Justin Barsh than this man. But qualifying, he's gone 11-3-4 with starts of 22-5-11. So something's up with Zacho this year. What?
I swear last year when he came back, too, he kind of had issues the first 3 rounds, and then once he got it figured.
The man won this last round last year and then won the outdoor supercross or motocross. If you'd have asked me, I'd have told you Zach Osborne would be the points leader right now.
I'm just saying, you have an incident here and there is one thing, but when it starts happening every round.
Yeah, and and his finishes are 10-10-9. So
we all know he's better than that, but until he gets in there, he's too risky for me at this point. I picked him the first 3 rounds.
Fair enough.
I've done my part to have faith in the man.
Yeah, I think with Jason Anderson, until he cracks the top 5, not even worth giving stats, until he can crack the top 5.
Well, just look at his finishes, 15-8-8.
Yeah, until he's a top 5 guy, and I'm not even saying like he does it one week and then I'm going to throw him in there next. No, it's like, dude, you got to start doing it at least 2 times in a row before I'm going to consider that.
We all love the guy. Don't get it twisted that way, but his best start 6th, best finish in a heat is 5th.
Oh, man. You're right. Josh says Zach keeps letting him down. He does.
Yeah. Sucks.
21 dark horse for the huge surprise win. I don't even think he's in shape to win.
I don't know.
I don't know what Anderson's deal is, but look at that.
There's something going on.
Shaker scoop left 16 out tonight, which I don't blame anybody for leaving Zacho out of the top 5.
First time this year I'm leaving him out.
Okay, Plessinger, I'm not going to really consider much of a wild or a spoiler. He's in the same boat as Anderson, where until he can actually do it and does it, then I'll start having a little bit more faith. But right now, I feel like those top 5 guys are pretty solid.
I mean, the rough track's going to help him a little bit.
Yeah.
But
it's tough, though.
There's one thing with him. He got a great start last week and he still didn't get in the top. I mean, he was good.
Yeah.
Was he 7th? Wild card? Yeah. He started 4th and still took 7th.
Yeah.
That's what kind of worries me.
Yeah. His average finish this year is 10.3. But, with Sexton and, out now, that pretty much you say gives him a spot. Mm-hmm. So he's not a 12th place wild card guy. I wouldn't put him that far back.
No.
But still not a top 5 contender in my opinion until he makes it happen.
Did we cover AC?
Not yet.
Did we cover AC? We got to cover AC.
He's been quiet this year. He's not making a splash, but he is due to win. I had a prediction when we did the first show that AC would be the points leader by round 4.
It's possible.
If he wins tonight, that could happen. He's right there in the points.
I mean, look at his starts is what's standing out to me.
4-2-3. I know, and finishes a 4-12-3.
He has the best average start by 3 positions. 3 spots better than Stewart and Sexton.
Oh, my gosh. And he qualified good tonight. He almost would be a really good spot to throw in for your spoiler, your
top spot.
Prediction time. Ken Roczen wins, or AC wins before K-Rock.
You
think so?
I don't know.
What do you guys think? Got AC in 4th.
Why is AC? AC's not even in my picks. I'm going to have to do some editing again.
Oh, AC for the dub. I like it, Joseph. Anderson retires after this year. I don't know about that. AC going to get a solid 3, says Jameson. We got him a 4th. Look at that. Asa Martinez says AC's night tonight. I might put AC for the win tonight.
For the win. I had him in the
He's
win.
either podium or win. Oh, man. I'm going to switch some things up. Olive Garden. Yes, please. We all love Olive Garden.
That's all we got to say.
Well, look, let's talk about wild card then, because that's number 12. We've already talked to Nicole a little bit about that, but we've talked about Savatgy. I feel like Savatgy right now makes the most sense.
Yeah. I mean, even riders like Davalos kind of came to mind until I looked up his finishes. They're bad. They're like 18,
That's because
20.
Davalos is jumping on tough blocks and taking people out, but look at Savatgy.
Savachy's looking good.
Average finish is 15.3. Sexton is now out, so that kind of moves him up one spot. Wilson, excuse me, and Sexton, which are both going to beat Savatgy right now.
Most races, yeah.
And he's finished 11th and 14th. He's right there. So 12th is a good spot for Savatgy.
I like Savatgy in there. I think Brock Tickle.
Brock Tickle looks like he can't even he's not in shape to do it. He's getting lapped.
He's already finished 13th
3 times. Has he really?
Yeah, he's already finished 13th and 17th twice. So
yeah,
we have a little mayhem. He gets a good start. I could see him getting up in there.
I don't know. Justin Brayton, that man who has a podium this year, he's taken 3rd. And what else this year?
Where's the Braytons?
I lost it. Here we go. Sorry. He's got the 4th best average start this season, 6.3. I could see Brayton getting like that 7th, 8th place start, and then maybe getting bumped to 12th, but I think a lot of things would have to go right. And he's a better starter.
He's a 0% chance.
0% chance?
Yeah.
Justin Bogle for 12th in the wild card spot.
Bogle's a good pick.
That might not be bad.
I mean, Brayton average finish this year so far 6.3 is all you need to know.
Someone just put AC Battles Anderson for the wild card, and I don't know what Supercross season they're watching. Michael McCarthy, we're talking about Brayton right now. I don't know. Kobe's just jumping the gun on prizes back. Kobe, are things going all right back there?
IT moved all our stuff, so we're hectic back here.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
It's his first week. Give him a break. All right, so wild card. So you think it's Savatgy?
I'm going Savatgy. I mean, there's guys in there, no doubt.
There's just because after that 13th place, you get into those guys who are just getting lapped or just are 13th.
Well, normally, but this year, 12th place.
Or 12th is about the cutoff line for guys that are actually battling for spots in a night race.
I mean, I'm just going to give you the guys with average finishes around there so far. Jason Anderson, 10.3. Plessinger, 10.3. Savatgy, 15.3. Tickle, 15.7. Freezy, 16. Bloss, our guy Ben was talking about, his average finish is 17, but we know he can get up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just really hasn't put it together and had that really good night so far.
Or I saw a lot of people picking Ferrandis.
For 12?
I could see him falling back to there. If you're going to get a horrible start, anything can happen.
Yeah. Hey, Ted Keating, I got news for you. Dean Wilson is not racing tonight. Michael McCarthy's on. It's got to be Savatgy. Getman43 says Savatgy easily. I think there's going to be a lot of people with Savatgy in the wild card tonight.
You and Nicole are beating me up over Tomac. This chat is all in
on what?
Tomac for the win.
You think so?
No way Tomac doesn't win. Doesn't matter how you finish or how you start. It's how you finish a race. They're high up on the Tomacs.
Okay, yeah. So, okay. All right.
So I feel a little better now.
He's not doing it tonight.
I feel a little better.
He can't get a start, and it's a shorter start straight. It ain't going to happen.
Okay. Well, did we cover them all? Is it time to lock them in? That's what it all comes down to.
Let's lock them in right now because – everyone right now, in the comment section, put your top 5 picks. We want to see what everyone is thinking. Rodrigo's got Tomac, Ken Roczen, Zach Osborne, Marvin Musquin, Dylan Ferrandis, which I think is very risky for 5th. And then you've got the wild card Savatgy. That's a smart guy.
If Savatgy gets that wild card, it's looking like a big week.
Motor Life has Dylan, but we're making him want to change to Savatgy. Well, yeah.
He's going to be around there at some point. The question is, does he finish in that spot?
Yeah.
He'll be in 12th at some point.
All right. Roczen and Tomac, 1 and 2. Christian, Tomac will fall off?
No.
K94 for the championship. Marv for the win. Blake, that could be the spoiler. Him or AC.
Screenshot that.
Screenshot that. Malcolm Stewart is running really good, but he's still just Malcolm Stewart needs to get on the podium.
We cover his stats. We got good stuff on Malcolm. I mean, we got to give that man some respect here.
You think he's a top 5 guy tonight?
I mean, his qualifying this year, 5'4", starts 7'6", finishes 5'7",
He's on the brink. But
He's
that's
right there.
But each one of those times, well, yeah, and now that Sexton's out.
Tied for the second best average start with Sexton, who's only done 2 rounds.
He's
so he
out.
really has the second best average start.
And with Osborne having bad nights.
So we're looking at previous Indy finishes on different bikes and setups, no doubt.
Oh, look at that.
6th and 18th.
Sean Powell's got Ken Roczen, Tomac, AC, Webb, Barsha. Or no, Tomac. Sorry, I got those wrong. Don't hate me. Cody Wilkins got Tomac, 94, Webb. Man, it's tough.
I'm just saying my rule with Malcolm is he has to be qualifying 8th.
You think so?
If he's 8th or worse, I don't even question putting him in.
Taylor Raines has got Tomac in first.
We got
Pete's
Stewart
got
in
him
6th tonight.
Shaker Scoops got Tomac as the best in deep ruts.
If you got Stewart in your top 5, let us know.
Carmichael
There's got to
for
be
the
people
win.
out there doing it.
Rocks. Yeah,
Carmichael for the win.
All right, well, let's do this thing, man. We've seen what people are thinking. Obviously, I think Ken Roczen is probably going to have the most picks. Did you look at stats right now or pick percentages?
If you give me 1 sec, I'll
Pull that up real quick while we're talking about this. Marvin Muscan, MS, Malcolm Stewart for 5th. That wouldn't be a bad spot for him.
If he's in my top 5, he's in 5th.
Let's at Kobe. Who's winning tonight?
Tomac or Roczen? I've got an hour or so to decide, but probably Roczen for me.
Ooh.
Webb gets behind him, you get nervous.
Well, look, I'm going to lock him in right now. I'm going to give my top 5 picks that I have right now because I feel good about these. Things might move around a little bit, but I've got GameStop to the moon. Cooper Webb, Ken Roczen, Eli Tomac, Marvin Muscan, Adam Cianciarulo, Joey Savacci. Those are my 5 and my wild card.
Who are you leaving out? Say him again.
I've got Cooper Webb,
Okay.
Ken Roczen, Tomac, Marv, AC, Savacci for wild card. I don't have an Osborne in there. I don't have a Barsha in there. I don't have a Mookie in there.
Osborne either.
Ooh,
Actually, we have the same top 5, just different order.
We literally just did a poll asking who's the more solid pick for 5th or top 5, and either one of us left him out. Okay, what are your picks? Lock them in right now.
I'm going Tomac for the win.
Risky.
Marvin in 2nd. He
Risky.
loves that Indy dirt. Roczen in 3rd. The guy's going to get a good start. Same with AC in 4th. Webb in 5th. And Savacci for the wild card.
Okay, but what's your reasoning for Cooper Webb in 5th place? After what you just witnessed in his starts, what's your reasoning for 5th place? I don't get that.
I don't know. With all the drama from last week, I could see him just keeping it clean here, especially with a lot of laps, rough track, shorter guy.
Jose Bautista doesn't even have him in his top 5.
No Webb? That's wild.
Premix and Pedals is asking me why I got no Barsha love. Because it's tough.
Because there's not enough spots.
Yeah, because I don't have enough. And he could be. I just feel like it would either be Marvin Muscan or Barsha for me tonight in that top 5. And with Marv qualifying really good, he's got to have a good race. His starts have been good. He's just got to have better luck. So I'd pick Marv tonight.
I got Webb in 5th.
And Barsha did not qualify very good.
I mean, average starts for Webb 7.7. There's my reason for him.
All right. Well, you locked him in. It's done.
No, it's not done.
It's not done. You might change him up.
I might pull a Kobe here. But that's what I got for now.
All right. I like it. I'm on board with that, except for Webb. I think you're crazy. But, you put down some good group names. You want to give shout-outs to those people?
There's a bunch of groups in there. If you're looking for some competition.
Excite Pike, I Can Hardly Wait, Feel the Wrath of Mikkel. Cooper Scooper, that's a good one.
I've seen that one. Saved by the Bell, our guy Ryan who works here that's crashed in the bells a few times.
Does he remember those crashes?
Maybe probably not.
Don't get caught, Sexton. That was yours, and that's probably one of the best.
Yep.
Christian, you're good at those. You spend way too much time thinking about names, though. Ain't no one got time for that.
Make sure to join the Discord, too. The chats, the memes are always good in there.
Yep.
A lot of people putting in some good memes. So,
well, look, we've locked him in. You guys have been commenting, telling us about your picks. Don's got K-Rock, Webb, AC, Tomac, and Bam Bam for 5th. Starts are going to get red flagged. That's a bold prediction.
That's what sucks is when your guy gets the whole shot and they have to
red flag it.
Oh,
Oh, well, look, let's talk about why you want to be playing RMFantasySX with us. And remember, even if you just get started tonight, this is your first time picking, first of all, your two lowest rounds are going to be dropped at the end of the year.
Yep.
When's our double points round?
Double points round is going to be the last round.
Last round?
End, yep.
Okay. And here's why. Let's first talk about grand prizes. Got them up here. Up for grabs this year. Race Prep KTM 450 SXF Factory Edition. Second place, KTM 250 SX. Decked out. These bikes they're not stock. These things are decked out with all the best parts. Then we've got Dunlop MX33 tires for a year. $2,500 Rocky Mountain spending spree. That would be a good one. Holy. And then Alpine Stars casual package spending spree. We've got the Tussum new Megabyte tires and wheel kit. Milestones video game Supercross 3, 4K HDR TV and console, fly racing gear package, STACYC stability cycle and accessories, and Motion Pro Tools prize pack. Those are just grand prizes at the end of the year.
Yep.
But we do 100 weekly prizes as well.
Yep. 100 chances to win this round. The top scorer with the best timestamp is going to get a Bell Moto 9 Flex helmet. Then we got prizes like Magura hydraulic clutch and, the clutch bleed kit, 100%, $300 casual spending spree. Then other prizes from Bridgestone, Fly Racing, Scotia, Bellray, LS2, Fox, Cherubies, and, of course, $10 Rocky Mountain gift cards.
There you go. Now, look, JJ Maxwell said you want to win a weekly prize just once. The best way you can do that is you've got to get your picks in early, and you cannot change them.
And you have to get the wild card.
Got to get it. I'm going to tell you right now.
Like you have to.
For everyone out there watching, if you want to win a weekly prize, you've got to get your picks in basically the day after or maybe by Monday or whenever, if we're racing tonight, Saturday, get your picks in no later than Monday.
Yeah.
Don't touch them because, 100 prizes sounds like a lot, but when you got over 70,000 people playing, almost 80, there's a lot of people that get good picks, and timestamps are always going to take the win in that case. So,
yep. Also, make sure to go to the fantasy RMFantasySX.com, use the calendar button at the top. Add those reminders because the next round's coming up quick.
Yeah.
In Tuesday. You'll just get one notification to your calendar on whatever device you want 30 minutes before the picks close. It's saved a bunch of people.
Yeah.
We don't send anything else to you but that. So it's pretty clean, works pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, those are the reasons that you want to be playing RMFantasySX. It's been a blast tonight. Christian needs a good night.
Yeah, I do.
I've had an okay season so far, but I'm due for a big one. I need at least 2 picks tonight, so I'm banking on my boy Webb getting her done.
Yep.
But watch it bite all of us.
You'll see how we do if you join up in our group, too. Just go to the RMFantasySX.com, search the group SXperts. The group is huge.
It is.
It's a huge
It's doing
group.
well. Talk some smack, have some fun. Remember, there's the Discord if you want to talk some more during the races. But and also, if you watch this video after it's already gone or after it's posted on YouTube, that's fine. Christian and I, we still love to see what people's comments were. If you want to give a race recap, kind of give us your thoughts on how the round went, do that. We'll comment back to you on that video. Also, just like Ben did, where his wife was recording him with secretly, if you have an experience like that, we would love to hear about it, see it. So send us in, and who knows, you might end up on the screen and in our show. So send them our way. Christian, you got anything else before we sign out tonight?
That looks good to me. Good luck on your picks, everybody.
All right, thank you. We'll see you next week.